says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. Carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Now it's Ryan. Another catch by the new signee from Cincy, Mohamed Sanu. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Buying time to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's third down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
We ready? 5 and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He only needed a few inches. He didn't even get that. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second and 10 now. Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
We ready? 5 and 8.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
We ready? Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, Freeman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And Khalil Mack does what he does so well. Creates a little havoc in the offensive backfield. Another tackle for loss.
The 5th overall pick in 2014 from Buffalo. That's where he played his college ball.
Just think, when he went to college, he had 2 scholarship opportunities. Buffalo was one. Do you know the other?
I do not.
Liberty University.
Wow.
How about that?
It's worked out okay for him, though.
Worked out quite well, and Oakland loves him.
This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Now Carr. It's Hill, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Carr throwing on second down. They complete it to Hill. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And quickly, they get to the line. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So they're operating in the red zone. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run. Probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Wide. Hey, we're going to rally.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go. Red 18. Red.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Fighting through. He won't go down. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And still fighting. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 32 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Red 18.
Carr now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Time running out here on the play clock. Carr. And Hill with it over the middle. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. To throw his Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. pitch. It's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. And that one was relatively easy to see, I know. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Janikowski now for the point after. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Another extra point opportunity here. And it's no good. Well, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. He's going to look deep down the field, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now on 1st down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. On second down, here's Carr. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing his Carr on third down. But he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So the D-line's going to spread out.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 2 yards to go here on third down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Surveying the field. And he's got Sanu. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season, and the Falcons cut into that lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Ryan to throw. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now Ryan finding time. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Anderson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Double tight, double tight. Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Check faster.
fake the handoff. Now Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. That they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And Cook has it left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. To throw is Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carl try it again on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. The rookie Deion Jones picked it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they're going to go for 2. To throw forward is Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, Tuesday.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down following the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
All right, here we go. Red, oh, baby, alert, alert.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw is Carr. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.